The first time I heard my daughter say "Mom," it wasn't to me. I was standing outside the front door, holding a bag of gifts I didn't know how to give. Inside, through the window, I saw her run into another woman's arms, laughing, calling her Mom like it was natural. And my son, my little boy, didn't even look for me. I hadn't even knocked yet. Because in that moment, I realized something terrifying. I didn't just lose my marriage, I lost my place in my own children's lives. And it all started the day I said, I deserve better. My name is Rachel. I'm 33, and 5 months ago, I walked out of a life most people spend years trying to build. A husband who never cheated. 2 kids who adored me. A home that felt safe. His name was Michael.
He wasn't flashy. He didn't surprise me with grand gestures. He didn't make my heart race. He made my life steady. At some point, I convinced myself steady wasn't enough. That's when I met Jason. He was everything. Michael wasn't. Confident, exciting, unpredictable. He said things that made me feel seen again. Not as a wife, not as a mother, but as a woman. And I got addicted to that feeling. It started small. Long conversations, laughing more than I had in years. Then texting, then hiding my phone. Michael noticed. Of course he did. One night, he asked me directly, "Is there something going on?" I looked at him, and instead of being honest, I said, "I just feel like I deserve more." Voo. Now, that sentence makes me sick. He didn't argue. He didn't yell. He just nodded. Slowly, like something inside him had already accepted what was coming. A week later, I left. I told myself I wasn't abandoning my family. I told myself I was choosing happiness. Jason welcomed me in like I made the right decision. For the first few weeks, it felt incredible. Freedom, attention, passion, no responsibilities, no routines, just feeling alive. But real life doesn't stay paused forever. Bills showed up. Stress showed up. Reality showed up. And Jason wasn't built for any of it. He didn't want responsibility. He didn't want structure. He didn't want a life. He wanted moments. And when those moments got heavy, he checked out. He started disappearing, ignoring calls, making excuses. And then one night, he didn't come back at all. No explanation, no apology, just gone. And just like that, everything I left behind started hitting me all at once. My kids, my home, my husband, too. The life I thought I was too good for. I tried calling Michael. He didn't answer. I sent messages. Long ones. Apologies, regret, promises, nothing. Weeks passed and the silence became unbearable. So I did the one thing I swore I wouldn't do. I went back. I stood outside the house. The same house I walked out of like it meant nothing. Lights were on. Dinner time. I could hear laughter from inside. For a second, I smiled because it felt familiar. Like maybe I could still walk back in. Like maybe I could fix this. I knocked. The door opened. And there she was. Not a stranger. Not a replacement. But someone who looked comfortable. Like she belonged. Michael was behind her. Calm, grounded, not broken, not angry. Just done. And then it happened. My daughter ran into her arms and said, "Mom, look what I made." Mum. Not Rachel. Not me. Mum. I felt something inside me completely collapse. I looked at Michael, hoping for something, anything, a sign that this wasn't real. He stepped forward slightly and said, "They need stability. Something you chose to walk away from." I tried to speak, but nothing came out. Tears just fell. I made a mistake, I finally said. He nodded. I know. That was it. No anger, no shouting, just truth. And somehow, that hurt more than anything. I stood there for a few seconds longer, realizing I didn't belong there anymore. Not in that house, not in that life, not even in that role. So I turned around, walked back to my car, and drove away. Today, I see my kids on scheduled visits. Limited time, supervised boundaries. They're polite with me, respectful but distant. And every time they leave, they run back to her. Not me, because she stayed. And I didn't. View. ever feel like you deserve better, make sure you're not destroying something that was already enough. Because sometimes, the life you think is holding you back is the same life you'll spend years trying to get back. If this hit a little too close to home, you already know why you stayed till the end.